Hi all, it is Alex here. I have another 12-minute Tabata for you. This one is all about the core. So yes, it's going to be deep core, pelvic floor activation. It's going to be lower abdominals. We're going to get some cross body action, strengthening the back, super important part of the core, keeping that nice neutral spine the whole time. We have a 12-minute program here. Let's go ahead and do some gentle twists to warm up. We are going to start with a bear lift. So that is one of my favorites. It's going to be on hands and knees, but I want to show you a couple things before we get started, just to make sure that we're all on the same page with this movement. It's a really subtle movement, actually, where we tuck the toes. Your knees should stay directly below the hips. Your wrists should stay directly below the shoulders. Tucking the toes, big inhale without dropping the back. Exhale, drawing those hip bones together and just 1 inch off the ground. Now, if you have a ball or a yoga block or a pillow handy and you want to put that between the knees, giving that a squeeze, that could be a little extra pelvic floor lift, a little extra inner thigh activation during this movement. All right, so 12 minutes coming up. Tabata is double the amount of work to rest ratio. We're working 40 seconds. We are resting 20 seconds. All right, our bear lift is the first movement. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. All right, in that hands and knees, toes tucked, big inhale, and draw those hip bones and pubic bone toward center. Inhale down. Now to increase the challenge or progress this movement, I want you to go ahead and hold this lift a little bit longer. If that's feeling really stable, I want you to play around with the feet. So we've just got 10 seconds left. Try sending one toe back and then another. Tap, keep the hips super level. Those knees are up just 1 inch, just 1 inch. Taps back. All right, that's movement number 1. We'll progress it a little further on the next round. We've got 3 rounds. Next up, we're going to come into a forearm plank. We're either going to go on the knees or all the way up on the toes here. And from this forearm plank, we're going to tap one hip, exhale up. Tap a hip, exhale up. Now check your plank. Are your hips coming up to give you your lower abdominals and that rectus, those rectus muscles to breathe? Or are you staying nice and neutral? Neutral spine. Find that rotation right at the waistline. You're not letting your shoulders do all the work here. Your elbows are directly under the shoulders. Remember, this can be done on the knees as well, just as effectively. Maintain your form. Good. Most important thing through these movements, 12 minutes of core, is going to be a burner. Most important thing is to modify as soon as you feel like you can't keep your form. We're going to go into dead bugs next. Now, to progress this movement, I want you to grab dumbbells, modified body weight only. Big exhale, drawing the knees up. And we're going to inhale on the way down, exhale up. Now you're only going as far as you can with that low back, staying pinned to the ground. This weight is adding a challenge where your rib cage wants to pop off the ground as well. So keep everything pinned down to the mat. One thing I do not want you doing is straightening that leg. Locking out the knee, or giving your leg a rest. So if you were to drop your leg all the way here, your hip flexor has a chance to relax and then re-grip. Instead, you want to keep all the pressure here. All right, grabbing a heavier weight now. We've got 5 seconds. We're going to do a plank pull through. All right, so half plank, high plank, grab a weight, pull it through. Cross under your body, exhale, pull it through. Now, I have a 10-pound weight here. If you go lighter, it might be easier to come up into that high plank position. All right? If you go heavier, You might want to start on the knees. You could always try a few reps on the toes. We've got 10 seconds here. Make sure nothing's moving through the hips or shoulders. 3, 2, 1. All right. We are back to the top. We know where we're going. Dead bugs to start. Adding that leg extension if you want. If you are doing the legs, you could try an out, out, in, or just try one leg tap at a time. 2, 1. Exhale up. Inhale down if you're tapping. Find the movement that works for you today. Remember that ball and block if you want it. You're pushing away from the ground with your back, not your shoulders and your neck. Maybe try some taps now if you haven't already. Just keep going, keep those hips nice and level. Those knees are 1 inch up off the ground. You got this. Almost there. 5 seconds. Stay strong. And rest. Woo. All right, forearm plank. Hip tap side to side. Really working on that rotation at the waist, right? We're not pushing with the shoulders. I want the shoulders to stay really nice and level. We've got 5 seconds. Roll the shoulders, push away from the ground. And let's find those taps. Now your hip does not have to fully touch the ground. You're rotating as much as you can, exhaling to center. Again, drop to the knees if you want a little bit, if you want to modify this a bit. And if you're starting on the knees and you feel comfortable, maybe try a couple reps on the toes. You've got 10 seconds left. It's a good time to find an extra challenge. Exhale up. Shallow inhale dip. Exhale up. Nice work. All right. Going into those dead bugs. Grab your dumbbells if you have them. I recommend 3 to 5 pound dumbbells. Body weight is perfectly fine here. A body weight dead bug is still an incredibly challenging movement. And actually, the slower you take these, the harder it's probably going to feel. Having to control and keep that low back pinned down to the ground. We've got a shallow inhale as we reach. Exhale together. Shallow inhale. We're not letting that deep core go, right? We're maintaining control the whole time. Grabbing that heavier weight for our 4th movement, our pull throughs. This is the end of the 2nd round. Make sure you are pulling this weight under across your belly button, across your belly button. Exhale as we pull across. Again, shallow inhale, so we're not losing control in those lower abdominals and that deep core. That's staying nice and tight. Your hip bones are drawing towards center. But we're still breathing. Less than 10 seconds here. Hips level, shoulders level. Modify to keep your nice neutral spine. Woo! All right, we've got just under 20 seconds to breathe. Grab a sip of water if you need it. 10 seconds. We're going to start from the top. Our 3rd round, we're going to begin with that bear lift. All right, 5. Let's find our position. All right. This is subtle. Don't make this movement bigger than 1 inch. If you go more than 1 inch, it means you're pushing with your legs and your butt. You are not lifting from those lower abdominals. I want you to picture your lower abdominals a string through your back and pulling up towards the sky. 15 seconds here. It's a good time to try those tap outs if you haven't yet. See what you can do here. We got 3, 2, 1. All right, last time we're doing those girls. I'm sure you're happy about that. Forearm, plank, hip taps. Roll the shoulders, push away from the ground with your back. Find that nice neutral spine. 3, 2, 1. Shallow inhale down. Exhale up. Again, these do not need to be speedy. We don't need to be super fast here. I want you to find as much rotation as you can on the toes or on the knees. This is an incredibly challenging movement with a lot of demand on the rectus muscles. You are not doing this if you are early postpartum and you haven't regained that deep core strength yet. Ooh, all right. Way to go. Deadbugs. Let's grab onto those weights if you are using weights. Exhale the legs up. Draw those hip bones together. Press that low back down into the ground. All right, let's do it. One more movement after this. My leg is not locked out. I'm maintaining that march, that back knee. Does not need to be a huge movement to be super effective. I'm getting that shake. My rib cage wants to pop off. My low back wants to pop off the mat. Really good control across the body. There we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right. Final movement. Pull throughs. Remember, we're reaching across and pulling across the belly button. Take any stretch you need. 3, 2, 1. Shallow inhale as you reach. Exhale across. Modify this further in a hands and knees position if you need. If your hips are rocking side to side, or maybe less weight, there are plenty of ways to adjust this. Make it work for you. Nice neutral spine. Eyes are looking at the edge of the mat. Or about 12 inches in front of your fingertips. 3, you got this. 2, 1. All right, nice work. Hopefully you're feeling it in all the right places in your core. You're able to keep that nice neutral spine, that great alignment, and use your breath effectively. All right, join me for one of the others in this series. Or on Instagram, aj.afterbabyfit. That's more content there. YouTube, Alex at afterbabyfit. We'll see you soon.